This is motor racing, Formula Junior motor racing. Let's take a closer look at it. Exciting, isn't it? Attracted by the speed, the sound, the colour, and the element of risk that spices all things in life, public interest in motor racing has grown apace. Brands Hatch is but one of the many circuits where people in their thousands stream in through the turnstiles on race days, sports cars and family cars, carrying technical types who talk of drift and disc brakes, of Lotuses and Litas, or the family out for the day who know the cars only by their numbers. There are the young and the not so young, the thrill seekers and the autograph hunters, the long and the short, the beat and the square. As the last of the audience take up their seats, activity on the other side of the track must be reaching peak. Let's go backstage and watch the preparations in the paddock as the latest performers on the motor racing stage, the cars of Formula Junior, are readied for their race. Formula Junior was an Italian idea to enable their young drivers to gain experience at reasonable cost in single-seater cars fitted with engine, gearbox and brakes from a series production touring car recognized by the FIA. A maximum capacity of 1100 cc was laid down and a minimum, although 1-litre cars could weigh a little less. The engine could be tuned but had to run on pump fuel. From such official and unromantic rules emerged a car for small boys to dream about. And big boys too. In 1959, the Formula was granted international status, but Continental cars took all the honours that year. But the introduction in October 1959 of the new Ford Anglia, powered by the 105E engine, marked the turning point for Britain. And the 105E, installed in a Lotus chassis, produced a classic combination. Like love and marriage, Ford and Lotus went together like a horse and carriage. Time for the show to start. Backstage, Overture and Beginner's Please is called, and one by one, the cars move out to the grid at the appropriate call. For Formula Junior is indeed for beginners. Its whole purpose to expose and develop new talent. Order emerges out of chaos, but for the driver, time stops on the starting grid. As he fingers the strap on his helmet, talks to his mechanic, anything to ease the tension that increases with every second before the start of every motor race. Now, engines are started, and matching the rising tension comes a rising rumble of sound as each driver awaits the fall of the flag. This is their moment. But what has got them there? That Lotus, for instance, number 50. Its Ford engine, as with all Lotus, will have been tuned and modified by Cosworth engineering. They are not specially selected units, but are taken from the Anglia production line as and when they are ordered by Lotus. Keith Duckworth left Lotus in 1958 to set up as a specialist in engine tuning and development. His success is part of the Lotus Ford story. To produce 85 brake horsepower with complete reliability from the 105E engine reflects credit on both Keith and the engine. Is it done by magic? No, says the Wizard of Cosworth. Balance is important, and attention to detail and careful fitting is the answer. From Cosworth, the modified engine is sent on to the Lotus Works at Cheshunt, where it is dropped into the lightweight multitubular space frame and, duly assembled and complete, it is ready for final testing. Weighing 805 pounds, with a ground clearance of 3 3/4 inches and an overall height of 32 inches, The 1961 Formula Junior Lotus has all the sleek good looks of a thoroughbred. Independent suspension and disc brakes are included in the specification, but a shoehorn to help the driver in is an optional extra. Press the starter button, and the 85 horses of the 105E spring into life, giving speeds that are frequently in excess of 120 miles an hour, and you're away. Or you will be when the flag falls. But the Lotus is only one of many makes to give colour to the Formula Junior canvas. Coopers, Lolas, Geminis, Elvas, and many others, mainly powered by Ford, have disputed their supremacy to provide close and thrilling racing at circuit all over the country. Let's look at some of them. At Brands Hatch, Silverstone, and Goodwood too. Well, that's it. And the club championship at Goodwood has been won by Alan Rees, a private and presumably a satisfied owner of a Lotus 20 with a 105E engine. This is just one of a host of events won by the well-beating combination of Ford and Lotus. In 4 years, Formula Junior has become one of the most popular forms of motor racing yet devised. Not only does it serve its original purpose as a training ground for the Grand Prix driver of the future, but it has aroused widespread interest and enthusiasm amongst spectators. This then is Formula Junior motor racing.